How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about Arrow Video. Arrow just had a sale and I picked up a few things. They had a sale over at Barnes & Noble. I believe it had just ended. But yeah, so I picked up a few things. I picked up 3 titles this time over at Arrow, and I just wanted to talk about them. So first up, I picked up A Simple Plan, directed by Sam Raimi. It says, sometimes good people do evil things. Working from an Academy Award-nominated screenplay by Scott B. Smith, adapting his own best-selling novel, director Sam Raimi swapped his trademark hyperkinetic horror for stark, bone-chilling tension in the expertly crafted, critically acclaimed thriller, A Simple Plan. This movie stars Bill Paxton, Bridget Fonda, and Billy Bob Thornton. I have not seen this film before, but I hear really good things about it. It's a thriller. Ultimately, the kind of basic plot of it is a group of people find a crashed plane in the woods, and come to find out there's a bunch of money in that plane, and they have to decide what to do and how to do it. So I hear this movie's very good. I have not seen it. I enjoy Sam Raimi. I probably know Sam Raimi the most from the Spider-Man trilogy. And then on top of that, things like Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. So I haven't seen too much else. Drag Me to Hell is another one, but I haven't seen Drag Me to Hell. So that's kind of my extent as far as Sam Raimi goes, but I did hear that this is really good. I hear that Billy Bob Thornton's performance is amazing in it. So I'm excited to check this one out. This one comes with, let's see what we got here. Some audio commentary from some critics, from the production designer, and then there's some interview with the cinematographer. Some interviews with some of the actors, and then some on-set interviews with the actors and directors, and then as well as some behind-the-scenes stuff. So I'm excited to check this out. It's got kind of an iconic, cover there, which I think comes directly from a scene in the film. And if you can see it, this is kind of some of the bonus features there. Not sure if you can see everything, but yeah. So this is a 4K Blu-ray. I am excited to check this out. That is A Simple Plan, and maybe once I watch this and watch the bonus features and things, I will do a kind of extensive review on this film. But for now, that's A Simple Plan by Sam Raimi, and I'm looking forward to check this out for the first time. All right. Next up, we have another 4K Blu-ray from Martin Scorsese. This is Hugo, which I think is Martin Scorsese's only kids movie. So this one's interesting. I have actually seen this film in theaters. It says, Hugo, Unlock the Secret. Academy Award-winning filmmaker Martin Scorsese directs this audacious adaptation of Brian Selznick's award-winning novel, a magical, mysterious adventure and an exhilarating ode to cinema itself. So from what I remember, this is about like an orphan who lives in a watchtower, or what is it? It's kind of like, what is Big Ben? It's just a giant clock. Actually, it's a train station. Why did I think it's a giant clock? There's many clocks in there that he tends to. All right. So he lives in a train station, actually. It's an orphan. And this stars... Interesting. Doesn't say... Oh, it's produced by Johnny Depp. I didn't know that. So that's interesting. But yeah, it's got Ben Kingsley and Sacha Baron Cohen, Asa Butterfield, Chloe Grace Moretz are the cast. Ray Winston, and Emily Mortimer, with Jude Law. Jude Law is also in this film. So I haven't seen this movie since it was in theaters. I remember enjoying it. I think this was a 3D film. Yeah, I believe this is only the 2D version, though, on here. Sometimes these 4Ks come with like 3D editions. This doesn't. It seems to be just a 2D. But I am excited to check this one out again. Like I said, I did see it in theaters when it came out. And I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember much of the film. So I want to check it out again. Hopefully it's good. And yeah. In the bonus features, we have an interview with the writer. We have an interview with the director of photography. We have an interview with the composer. And a few interviews with some film historians. A visual essay. A featurette with another film historian. Featurette with a film critic and historian. Lots of film historians talking about the preservation of films, which I think the movie kind of touches on. So that's interesting. There's some archival featurettes on the making of the film Shoot the Moon. Oh no, it's just the featurette's called Shoot the Moon. It's making of Hugo. So yeah, so there's a few featurettes there. It comes with a reversible sleeve. So it'll be cool to check that out. And once again, when I actually watch this and review it, I will do a full kind of review. I'm going to start doing those on the channel, I think. Just kind of extensive deep dives review of the Blu-ray itself, how it looks, the movie itself, and also the kind of bonus features and content that you get with it. So eventually I will do that for this. But for now, this is Hugo, Martin Scorsese film, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out as well. Alright, last but not least, this is a Park Chan-wook film, and this is actually just a regular Blu-ray. This one's called Joint Security Area, or JSA. I just recently saw this film. I believe it was on the Criterion channel. If it wasn't on Criterion, I think maybe it was on Mubi. But Park Chan-wook is a really amazing filmmaker. He also did Old Boy, which is one of my favorite films, and also a movie called Handmaiden, or The Handmaiden, one of the two, which is probably my favorite film of his. This movie is pretty interesting, pretty up there. So it says, before Old Boy, before The Handmaiden, visionary filmmaker Park Chan-wook helmed this gripping tale of deceit, misunderstanding, and the senselessness of a war. So this kind of follows two opposing military forces. You know, we have South Korea and North Korea, and kind of the guards that stand guard. I remember in high school watching some documentary or something about North Korea, South Korea, and just seeing the guards that have to just stand on the border, just kind of doing this face-off, like an old Western, duel, where they just kind of stand there and just kind of stare each other down. So this kind of talks about, or like shows that in this narrative film, but also an unlikely friendship forms between a North Korean soldier and a South Korean soldier. They would just kind of go through that bond where they kind of realize that there's not much different between the two of them, and they're just kind of humans, you know. So this kind of is a touching, more, Park Chan-wook movies can be really crazy and, have lots of violence and lots of, there's some of that in here, but very little. This is more of a drama that's a really beautiful film, actually, that I liked. I wouldn't say this is my favorite Park Chan-wook, but it's definitely up there, I would say it's Old Boy, The Handmaiden, and this. I just recently saw Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. I like this better than Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, but any Park Chan-wook film is a film worth seeing, in my opinion. I haven't seen his whole videography. Filmography is what I meant to say. But I want to definitely see more of Park Chan-wook, and this is definitely worth adding to your collection, and at the very least checking out. It's a really interesting film, and on a subject that I've never seen shown before. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, and I highly recommend checking out. For the bonus features, we have some audio commentary on with a critic named Simon Ward. There's isolated music and effects track, which I don't know what that means necessarily. Uh, there's a newly recorded video interview with Asian cinema expert Jasper Sharp. The JSA story and making the film, 2 archival features on the film's production. I'm excited to check that out. That'd be cool. About JSA, a series of archival introductions to the film by the members of the cast, behind the scenes montage, an opening ceremony footage, and there's 2 music videos on here. Letter from a Private and Take the Power Back. Just kind of interesting stuff. There's a reversible sleeve on here as well. But yeah, that's JSA. Joint Security Area, which probably isn't the most exciting title, but I thought this was a really interesting, really beautiful film from Park Chan-wook and a different side of him. I've never seen a film that he's done that's quite like this. So I definitely recommend checking out JSA. It's really an interesting film, and definitely worth watching. Park Chan-wook is one of my favorite filmmakers. I think he's just really interesting. And he puts out things that are different than any other. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but if you've never seen a Park Chan-wook film, this might honestly be a good one to start with, to kind of ease you into him as a filmmaker. Something like Old Boy or The Handmaid might be a little much for some people, but yeah, this is a good film. I highly recommend it. That's JSA. It's definitely worth checking out, and I'm looking forward to doing a deep dive into this. All right. So that's it. Did you guys pick up anything from the Arrow sale from Barnes & Noble? Let me know. Have you seen any of these? Let me know. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next one, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.